Being diagnosed with ADHD is so easy now. Everyone's getting a diagnosis. Pretty much anyone who thinks they've got it, going to the doctors, they're just handing them out willy-nilly. They're not. I thought the exact same thing for ages. They are not. And I only realised this when going through my own process. And I genuinely did used to think the same. I used to think that it was so easy to get a diagnosis. You could just go and say kind of whatever you wanted, or you could go and say the right things and the psychologist would just give you a diagnosis. You go doctors, get loads of meds, sick. But it's not true. The questions they ask you are so meticulous. My assessment was 3 hours long, asking what it was like for my mum when she was pregnant with me. Like, I didn't even know how you meant to answer that. I had to phone up my parents and find out. And then obviously you get all the standard questions as well. 3 hours of them asking you every question under the sun, like your first childhood memory. And obviously I've now forgotten half of the shit I asked. But it's 3 hours of just being grilled meticulously. And then on top of that, they then go away. They analyse all the information you said. They give you forms that one of your friends or someone who knows you has to fill out. They then give you a form that some of your family have to fill out. They then assess that information against the information that you've given. They then go to another healthcare professional and they cross-reference to make sure that the answer they're giving you is clinically correct. So the likelihood of them diagnosing you if you don't have it or if you just struggle a little bit is quite bloody minimal. And then on top of that, psychologists have trained for years. They understand what to look for. They know when people are lying. They know when people are just saying the right things. If you're ignorant enough to think that they can't tell when you're being inauthentic, or they can't see your mannerisms and the way that you are isn't lining up with what you're saying, then you're probably a bit of a donkey. I just wanted to shed some light on it because I know so many people talk about how easy it is and how everyone just gets diagnosed now. They don't. It's kind of what you see put out there. Especially on the news and things like that lately. And it is a problem, like how many people struggle with it. I think that says more about society than it does about fake diagnoses, to be honest with you. However, I did go private in the end because waiting for the NHS was hard, so I don't know if it's a more meticulous process when you're paying someone money to do it as opposed to the NHS doing it. So if anyone's gone through the NHS process and want to tell me I'm chatting shit, then that's absolutely fine.